We're angry, we're hurt, we're so saddened. We miss our boy beyond words.
Nearly 8 months after losing her only child in what she says was a preventable death at the Comox Valley Hospital, Nikki Robbins is speaking out today, demanding change.
I saw gaps in care, and I want change made so that no family has to go through this.
11-year-old Braden Robbins, a grade 6 student, was born with a type of cerebral palsy called hemiplegia, but led a vibrant life even though he suffered setbacks and surgeries along the way. But on November 12 last year, he was taken to Comox Valley Hospital with a severe headache and turning of his neck, but was diagnosed with muscle spasms in his neck and sent home with medication. He was not seen by a pediatrician.
And so we informed them of his complex medical history at that time. So they were fully aware of Braden's history, of his surgeries, our concerns, and anyways, a few hours, 3 hours later, we were sent home.
But 6 days later, on the 18th, 7 p.m., they rush him to hospital again with the same distorted head tilt and extreme head pain.
And we were actually taken immediately into a room because Braden was screaming and he was rigid. My husband was holding him.
They begged for him to be sent to Children's Hospital in Vancouver or a higher level of care in Victoria and requested a CT scan numerous times. They were ignored, and Braden went into a coma at 10 p.m.
So they were not listening to us as his parents. You know, we are an extension of our child. We know our child best. So family-centered care was not applied here, as well as they were not listening to what we were saying, or hearing, really hearing and understanding our concern.
Nikki Robbins is also a nurse of 25 years and says the experience was one red flag after another. Doctors did eventually perform a CT scan around midnight when the full extent of a fluid buildup on his brain and a brain bleed was revealed. But as they were preparing to transfer him to another hospital, he died at 9:55 a.m. the next day.
If Braden had received a CT scan immediately, there would have been a very clear diagnosis.
There was also no on-call pediatrician that night, contributing, she says, to the fatal outcome. She has sent 4 recommendations to the Minister of Health, including mandatory pediatric emergency training and formal family-centered communication protocols to ensure families are heard and documented. Conservative healthcare critic Brennan Day.
Nobody knows their kids better than their parents, and those parents have to be listened to when they present children that have potentially complex underlying diagnoses that would cause them to be elevated up the chain far more rapidly than happened in this case.
The Ministry of Health did not respond to our request for comment before deadline.